Hey.
You're on live.
Hey, what's up, people? How are you doing? First, I want to apologize for even there's someone banging my wall. There's a phone in my house. We've had technical hitches, but now we're all set. I really apologize. We're 15 minutes late. Remember, mimi niko mashinani, niko ocha, so we've delayed kidogo. But yes, welcome to L.in.K Curfew Edition. My name is Adero Ocholler. Roll the R. If you know me, I had hair, but now I don't have hair, so don't get shocked. But karibuni sana, and today we are making this off the hook. We have a guest host. We have Nate Kariuki, the one and only controversial human being. Wachana na and yeah, this guy fights for boy child rights. So Nate Kariuki, karibu sana. So our topic today, first of all, how are you? But yeah, let me stop being rude.
Hey, I'm thirsty.
Atio?
Thirsty.
I hope, you know me, I have my drink. So yes, when you're serving us, you're on Maji.
Today,
you're so bored.
bitterness will be swallowed with H2O.
Hey, me, I need some cushioning, so I'm good with my gin. So anyway, guys, so yeah, so this is Nate. For those of you who follow him on social media, you know who Nate is. Nate is just that guy. He doesn't mince his words. He says it as it is. And yeah, some people catch feelings, but we're not here to catch feelings. We're here to discuss a very debatable and sensitive topic, and that's child support. Nate's bio is also controversial. And I'm going to read it to you as said. So ngojeni kidogo hapa na connect simu yangu. Musinikache my feelings. 1 second. Nate. I want as it is. I said it by Nate. By the way, there's a fundi in my house, so don't mind that gongaing. Na kunanyesha huku Nakuru. Anyway, so this is Nate Kariuki, unapologetic for masculinity, purveyor of uncomfortable truths, pragmatic approach to social, sexual, and life dynamics, defender of men's rights, contrarian the principles of African culture and the right to dissent. Am I right, Nate?
Yes.
Okay, guys. So there we have it. We have Nate. If you have any comments, if you want to ask a question, please feel free at the comment section, and we'll try as much as possible to answer not all, but at least most of your questions. So child support. Today we're talking about child support. And I'll start with the Kenyan Constitution. And according to the Article 53, a child has the right to receive parental care and protection. This includes equal responsibility from the father and the mother to provide for the child, regardless of whether they're married or not. And we have different organizations that can actually help you to file for child support. That is National Legal Aid Program. We have FIDA, the infamous FIDA. I know men fear when they hear that word, FIDA. And CLEAR, an initiative of the Kenyan Christian Lawyer Fellowship. So Nate, we have different situations in Kenya where either it is scenario one, you hook up, get pregnant, you're intimate with your boyfriend or girlfriend, get pregnant. I'm assuming either you've agreed to it or it's an oops baby, and then boom, you have the child. And what comes next? Child support. Like if you're not together, then this child needs to be taken care of. They have different needs, whether it's financial, basic upkeep. But the comments I've received are different views. Some people feel that women are taking advantage of the situation in child support. And the men also feel like they are attacked, like they are always put on the spotlight. And guys are taking advantage of the situation. So what do you have to say about this?
What I believe is if you bear a child, you should be able to be responsible for it, he or she.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you're unable to be responsible, which is okay. Unasema. Another issue is people have made child support as a money-making scheme. Manze, you're going over there, a chick is earning like 5 times more than you. but she'll still want a piece of your pie. And I'm like, okay, that's not fair.
What do you mean it's not fair? Like, you, even if I'm earning 5 times more than you, see, the baby is ours. You're working.
Yes. Yes.
So the issue is that now because you earn less, you shouldn't support this child.
No, you should support it to your capabilities. To your capabilities.
Okay.
If I'm money like I know someone, I had a story, Kwanzaa. There's this guy, had a good job, divorced his wife. Let's say theoretically he's earning like 100 G's a month. They get a divorce and the wife wants half his salary. That time he's already married with the kids and everything else. And I'm thinking, why half? Yes, you have kids. Why can't it be? I'm going to support you with school fees to my capabilities. If I can afford Nairobi Primary, I'll take my kids to Nairobi Primary. But if you think you can afford Brookhouse, you take the kid to Brookhouse. Be my small change can be used to buy lunch, snacks, and all that. But that is where my issue is. All I say is that people should be responsible. Everyone should bear the responsibility. 50-50 if possible. But don't put your man or your woman in a situation whereby they cannot be able to support the child to the level of your thinking. Because some guys, they're like, yeah, may I earn like 100 G's. I want my child to go to Brookhouse. So you get pregnant with someone and you want that guy to pay that 500K or 1M per term. And that guy probably is earning like 2. So it doesn't make sense.
Okay. And when it comes to, let's go back to this chick who, there's a point you had put on your social media, which I was like, I'm going to call you out for it, where you feel that if a woman gets pregnant, still will need some child support. It is like 80% the responsibility of a woman to ensure that either she gets pregnant or not. Basically, you have a girlfriend. If she gets pregnant, nyinyi wanaume mnasema ati, but you knew you're on your, I mean, I thought you're on your safe days, or you should know your cycle. So it's you who's responsible. So a baby has come now, all of a sudden, she has to take that responsibility by herself, because apparently you guys had agreed that you're not ready for kids, but oops, she got pregnant and now a baby has come.
So what's the question there?
So the question is, in such a scenario, because you said, like, I want you to rectify what you said about it being the woman's fault that she got knocked up. And that comes the issue of, she trapped me. Let's just clear that even before we continue to other issues. She trapped me. So I wasn't ready for this baby. She trapped me.
What I can say is this. 1, protection. 2, pull out game strong.
Yeah.
So, but this is not even disappointedly. The reality is women hold the monopoly in conception. As in, a chick can decide, man, she can't get pregnant. And she will get pregnant by whomever she may feel is right for them. Dudes, you can dish a chick, whatever, and she will not get pregnant. You don't want to get pregnant. Yes, there's the oops part, and there's the oops. It did happen, and the oops, it didn't happen. So what I believe is that women hold the monopoly in childhood, as in conception. They hold the monopoly. That's guaranteed.
Okay.
Because
so that's what you meant.
Even like chicks they do. There's the guys who they can get pregnant with, and the men they cannot even dare get pregnant with. That's the time any a chick is popping like those 30-day pills undercover. And she's like, yeah, the sex is good, but I'm not gonna shake out this dude's ball. Then there's that guy.
So he's driving a Subaru.
Hey, that's how Subaru. Cheers, Baba.
So those are the ones.
I don't know if it's the turbo or the car or what, or the revving. Then it's like ovaries just tetemeka huko ndani. It's just tetema throughout. Yani.
Okay.
But even as in like be responsible with whom you're getting a child with. Period.
Okay.
Just be if that get responsible, you're doomed.
Okay. So comes to the issue of deadbeat fathers. Deadbeats.
Aye.
Yeah, the you guys
Has
don't
changed
read.
that. There's no deadbeat father. It's an unfortunate situation or an unfortunate
Mm,
father. Yeah, because sometimes the wordings are just made to ensure that men are just fucked up throughout it all. That deadbeat.
mm-hmm,
Me, I rarely hear there are women who just don't even care about their kids. But you never hear them being told that, oh, it's a deadbeat mom. It's not something like, I who are Hawezani? But if it's a dude, that's your responsibility. You should have pulled out. The ninis of sex, the sins of sex is a child, or Suji the what is a child. That's nonsense.
No, listen, but not net when I'm saying deadbeat, because I also got comments by the way. I've been talking and chatting with people. I got calls yesterday. I'll give
Mm-hmm.
a situation of Sandra, not her name. She
Uh-huh.
separated with her baby daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I'm the one who hooked them up. Anyway, so they separated, and because this guy was cheating, and not and he didn't have one child outside. He had two kids outside. By the time she found out and everything, of course, she was upset. She moved. They have a daughter, yeah. So they moved. She moved out, and Mungu halali, this guy lost his job. Okay, maybe it was karma. I call it karma.
It's
But
unfortunate.
no, it's karma. So this guy now also lost his job. So of course, lifestyle changes. Fortunately for her, she's working. She has a good job, but comes to the point where she has an issue. This guy has moved back or moved basically more or less to the folks' place. Neither here nor there. But he doesn't want to really support this child, but wants to maintain the lifestyle he had. About the ego, keeping up with the
Yeah.
Joneses. Your boys still have to see that you're rolling with this car, so you go and upgrade stuff, but you can't pay for your child's school, and your
Uh-huh.
excuse is that you don't have a job. But then
Uh-huh.
this baby mama can see you upgrading your style. So is this about ego when it comes to men? Like,
It's not ego. That man is a stupid man, period. There's nothing about being ego there. That's just a stupid guy. Because
okay.
if you believe that that is your child,
If you believe.
if you
So
believe,
you
oh, I just want to box up and about. They're like, baby, I'm safe. Mama,
okay,
ati, hey, the work on it's not yours. But for me, what I believe is that that guy should have stepped up. Yo, Pesaya, whiskey, whatever. Just Nima yourself. You're buying three bottles, buy one and a half. That
or don't
car,
buy at
seven.
all.
Yeah, just balance it out. Because at the end of the day, mtoto ni wako. And the
Mm-hmm.
unfortunate thing is, for me, what I believe is that if you actually see someone doesn't give a shit about your child,
Yeah.
imagine it's okay. You just move on
Mm-hmm.
with it because you'll be bitterness over here. Sijui you're going to go by a beware. Sijui you're going to go sijui where. Oh, manaume alipi. Sijui kwa. Just the child is yours. The child, as an
Okay.
unfortunate, yani, mtoto ni wako. So just
M-
do your
Mtoto ni
bit.
wako,
Yes.
lakini many, and I'm not attacking men, but that's why pages like Buyer Beware and Deadbeat Dads was created. Let me
Uh-huh.
start with the dads. Because of such people, mtoto ni wako, but huyu ameruka, huyu mtoto has moved on, has another girlfriend, they have a child with this woman, and then at the end of the day, now women are the ones who are called bitter human beings. This woman is bitter. She can't let go.
So
She's bugging me. She's spoiling my relationship. I've moved on. She should move on. And there are also men who are taking care of other men's children.
yes.
Umeacha mtoto wako.
Hao ni wase wanoma kwanza.
Yes. So ni nini mbaya na nyinyi?
I well, beautifully and handsomely and God made. The
Yes.
thing is,
So
okay, what I believe is, me first and foremost is, if you doubt the child is yours, go for a DNA test. Isikuwe ati oh, mapua inafanana kama yako, sijui the toenails, sijui
the
oh,
next
he laughs like you,
the
sijui
ears
what,
are for your the ears
yeah,
are for
yes,
your
yeah,
boy.
yes. Yeah, take
Masikio ni
that
ya
out.
beste yako.
Eh, kuna wase as I've said, the guys are actually taking care of other people's children, which is commendable, but your first and foremost obligation is to your child. So take care of your child if you're able to. Hata kama ni hiyo sotano unapeleka to your wife or whatever baby mama, take that 5 sock. I'm like, yeah, I mean, this is what I can afford. She might,
Okay.
yeah.
So then still on that story. So umse alimtumia, let's say 25,000. That's all she got the whole year. Yeah. But remember, he's living this lifestyle. But sends 25K, and then the reason again is I'm saying she even asked him, what is this for? Because honestly, that's a joke.
25K.
And 25K. Just pop a one of 25K. He's not working, lakini bado anaenda huko Nairobi, mko sijui 1824 ratchet 24. So but he can only send 25K, and see, she's allowed to cause, like, what is she supposed to do with that 25,000? And then because she has a big job, you're now throwing all the baggage on her. She's the one who bought the uniform because this child is starting off grade 2 or something. This child is has needs. This mother is with this child every day. But your reason is you have to understand, I'm investing in this child's future, so you be paying. Lipa hizi za mbele. We'll meet to Kombele when I've paid for her university. What BS is that?
Okay, that's just bullshit, to be honest. But at the end of the day, that's me. I'm not disputing that. That's bullshit. But at the end of the day, me, what I say is this: you will go take that guy. You'll take him to the chief, due to the courts, due to OCS, kama hataki kulipa hatalipa. That's just a fact. So what you have to accept is he may not pay. So you focus on raising your child, because at the end of the day, it's acceptance. You're like, I made a bad decision with this guy. He's not going to be responsible. So let me move on. Because the moment you start holding on to it, you become bitter over here. Yeah. And it changes your relationship with each and every man thereafter. So just accept that this guy is not worth it. Focus on your child. Give your child the best that you can give them. If the child wants to hook up with the father, that's okay. You cannot stop
them. That's what I'm
them.
going to ask you.
Yeah.
When it comes now to this guy is not paying for anything, but he's entertaining girls in Kani. But then he wants to see this son. He wants to see son every fortnight. Doesn't the mother have a right to say no? What do you think about that? Like, if you're not providing shit for my child, say I can just say you can't. What are you coming to? I mean, why do you want to see your child who you're not going to support? I'm struggling with this story, but you want to see your child every weekend.
But at the end of the day, what I believe, this is my personal opinion. If the guy is hanging around, let me say this in a subtle manner, women who are of nefarious character, I do not think that will be the best situation for the child. But if he's showing intention of seeing the child and being with the child and actually creating a bond, I think, it's important. That's vile hapo kwa parking wacheze na mtoto where you can supervise. But just give them an opportunity, because he may not be able to provide financially, but he may be able to provide emotionally, which is better than nothing.
Okay. And would you push for someone who, like any friend of yours who has a spouse or a partner who's not paying, who's like, would you help them with the process of court and say, okay, this guy, he's able, he's chummed, he's a CEO. Like, look at someone like Dennis Ndavi. Let me just give an example. I've seen the baby mama is back, guns blazing. I love that chick.
Even before you go any further, my only solution for that guy is, okay, I have two solutions for him. I could go back in time and give him a condom.
Too late, the baby's here.
The other thing is, negotiate too, as in hapo. But I mean, I understand our frustration, but at the end of the day, may I say, the fact is one. Responsibility. This guy CG has, like, I don't know. I read somewhere. He has like allegedly he has 3 or 4 kids with other people, and he's not with them. Yeah. Okay. So I believe, because even I think one of the comments. And I think in his, I don't know, in court, he stated that he has like 4 other kids or 3 other kids who he has to take care of, blah, 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 blah. So, yani, hapo ni ile, the pie has to be divided equally. So, he can do what he can to provide. As a neo kidogo neza, just do that.
But
if
this is
if
a
it's
guy
possible,
who's waiting for Twitter police. He's always been tagged on Twitter because he won't respond.
But he, as in from time immemorial, he hasn't been whatevering. So where beba msalaba tu wako tu, you have us accept the guy as he is, yani, and from then on, go to court, ask them for him to sign off his parental rights to you, so you 100%, if it's possible, just the toy is just yours. Why do you think mamas, some women, on the birth certificate on the father's name it's XXX? Because they know. Mse yani ni rabajoni kando yani, as in John Brayo Kevo huko.
Na Brayo Kevo Nate au ase.
No, so Nate kwa hiyo mix. Mimi ni mse wa Church of God. Mimi ni wakoka.
So do you blame these women who chomoa the fathers from, I mean, emotion? Like, it's so, why do you think there's a high percentage of single mothers? And that's even another story for another day, but we'll touch on it. Like, single mothers are bashed. Like, Nate, you're even laughing. And it's men who do it. I raise a child, I'm single, my child becomes a thief. No, Nate, it's so funny. These are concerns that...
Wait, you can't be a CEO.
No, that's why I'm giving an example. No, if this child, like you saw Amade on telly the other day crying, Jana, about her son who was Kapwad, yeah? And she's like, I've tried everything to raise this guy right. But guys were out there, especially dudes, ubaya single women are bashed, and it's always that they raise rotten kids. At sasa ni mwizi juu baba yake hayuko, needs a father figure. Nate, you like telling chicks to go get laid. But what about that scenario? Like, single moms, I cannot even do half of what a single mother does. And it's never their fault. But there's definitely something wrong with the boy child, Nate, because many women are raising children by themselves. That is already a question mark. That shows the rot that is the boy child. I have a son, but I try my best to tell him what is right and wrong. And it's not because his father is in his life. And even if he wasn't, I think I would do my best. And whatever he becomes later on, you can't start branding this child is not there because the father is not present. Na huyo baba hujamfukuza, yeye pekee ndio amehepa. Child support nothing, ataki kulipata mkate moja hizi nunua, even a lollipop, but he wants to see his child. Nate, there's so much about this issue. Single mom.
Let me ask you, kwani kwa na mtoto ina entrance fee? You must provide for you to see. Easy club. No, if a guy is going to be there, he wants to see the toy, let him see. Hata kama atoi pesa, just let him see the toy. He might be an a-hole, he might be a demon from hell or whatever he may be. Just let the guy see the toy, because at the end of the day, blood is thicker than water. That toy, after 20 years or even 5 years, 10 years, because for me, I find it very heartbreaking sometimes when you read online, your toy is in school, then other kids are talking about, oh, my father, oh, Sujuni, then he comes or she comes home and like, Daddy, you go happy. Okay, that thing is painful. I have feelings, Kidoko. That shit is painful. And for me, what I suggest is men to step up and actually be in the children's life. You may not be able to provide financially, but be there for their emotional welfare.
Okay.
As in just be there, because manze, there are some guys, love from a father.
Nothing. You want to go see your child and then dish the mother at the same time. You're there asking for nini una lima shamba. You don't provide for your child, but you don't. I need to do child support. And then she's tied down to you. She's waiting. She can't move on. If you move on, she's a hoe.
Let's say Agud has gone to see the baby over there, then the chick is over there, lingerie, hi. Amefungwa mlango like, hi baby. Yeah, you'd be like, hey, what is? Of course, as in you're human. Yeah, see, I'm not saying that it's right, but as in that guy be like, hey, Maji Mezi Diunga, as in you, that's cross. As in, but do not use sex as a weapon for the
I was
man.
waiting for that.
Yeah, sex as a weapon for the man to stay, or sex as a weapon for the man to confuse him, because that shit can confuse you. And it's even the high rate of single women, single mothers.
Yes.
I would say, yeah.
Tell me
the high
about that. You've avoided that. Why?
They should have,
Why
first of all, they should have practiced safe sex. No.
What?
Yes, practice
These
safe
women?
sex.
Okay.
No, excuse me. There's practicing safe sex. Then, if you believe this person you can sire children with him, ask, pangeni. As in, honestly, you're just being dished, then a guy, whatever, as in raw nation over there too. Raw is war every other night, yani. You're doing Kama Sutra every 24/7, 365. What do you, as in, honestly, as I get I am pull out, you don't use protection. As in, honestly, as in, manze, yani, hapo nile, yani, you tell someone, hapa, you guys are in this together, but as in, guys will look at that story. If a guy is not prepared, he'll not be prepared. There's no way you're going to force someone to do it.
So the woman is prepared.
Not the woman is prepared. There are some people who will be told, "Any, I'll come out the condom live." As in, for real.
So Nate, you're still saying that it's the woman's responsibility. Like it's her. She has 80%.
Entrance fee in the condom or contraceptive. Period. Come out,
okay, guys.
Leave your entrance fee.
If you're watching, please comment about whose responsibilities. Like if someone gets knocked up. Nate here is saying that it's a woman should also decide like protection and everything. Yeah, well, like the man doesn't have a brain, and that's why single women, single mothers blaming for what? Also, remember these are also people who lived together for like 10 years and then they separated.
Okay, if you're living for 10 years, you should provide for your family. As in, that's that. But even you guys, seriously speaking, you know, guys think, okay, let me go out there, kidogo. Pull out is important, and as in contraceptives are important. Wewe umeona vile ni kushuka matatu ikienda. Ushai drop kwa kama 3.
So ni jiblame.
Usijiblame. I blame both of them, because at that point you're like the point of no return. I swear, just shukatu, as in it's all worth it, because you guys child support, because even the guys who are doing child support very well.
Okay.
But in essence always broke, because the baby mama may be taking advantage of them. And there are those guys who are generally not giving any money. So for me, mine is people, as in just have your personal responsibility, both as a man and a woman. I'm not blaming single women. I'm not blaming single mothers. I'm saying personal responsibility for both men and women. Because for me, if I don't have a child with you, trust me, I will not, as in when it's orgasm, entrance, nashuka, natoka before 5 a.m., as in I chomoka, as in because I know I'm capable of bearing that responsibility. And also just put it out there. I do not want to have kids for the next 2-3 years, so that other person knows. And even with protection, your hakuna kaswende, hakuna sijui HIV, hakuna pregnancies, as in it stops a whole lot of things. So just personal responsibility, protection. You don't want to have kids. If you want to dish straw is war, go to your gyna, find out what IUD or what contraceptive works best for you, and
go for a vasectomy.
How can, as in, if I'm like 30, 36 right now, then at the end of vasectomy, I still have my whole life ahead of me. Manze, hey, no, vasectomy.
But women have been told to go for contraceptives at 30, at 25.
Okay, I don't know if a vasectomy is reversible, but I'm not going to take that risk for a vasectomy. Manze, That guy Kwanzaa, you might have dished his chicks due the previous night. Then he's over there. You're over there. Your crown jewels are just dangling on the operating table, and the guy be like, a guy chops off everything.
Yeah. So what? No, if you're not going to take care of your kids, there are people who have 9 children out there with different baby mamas. We see it every day, 9 children, and you can't even take care of one. Go for a vasectomy. What are you doing? Sleeping with women.
No, women
go and sleep with a man. As if you don't have children, hook up with a dude. Like you because baby mama number 1, you can't take care. Number 2, number 3, number 4. What is wrong with you? Like what is wrong with you?
Gone willingly, as in seriously.
Yes,
you guys are like the FBI, CIA, Mossad. Yani, if we wanted to find out who actually stole money in Kenya, hire a woman as a detective. As in, you guys come and like this chick, this guy might have slept with your husband, Atapata. This guy has like 9 baby mamas, like for real. As in, it's a trend. It's a repetition. It's a pattern.
It's a pattern. Oh, so this woman who's going to engage this man, this woman who's hooked up with this guy, it's her fault. Okay, sometimes they say that we can be. I mean, where you see deadbeats, girls, man, this man won't change for you. That's a fact. But I will still say, even if this guy then should ensure that he does not any kids. Like, if he's a Kadinya and Letuna yo maisha, he can't take care of kids.
But honestly,
like, how heartless are you to have 9 children who you're looking at, and then you expect their mothers to take care of them? And you proudly say, I'm a father of 9.
Huyo anafaa chapa viboko.
It won't help.
And sasa,
yeah. So go for a vasectomy.
So that's what I am.
So you don't support? Kuntai, my friend, Kuntai Leshan is our friend on social media. And Kuntai, okay, since he's gone public about it, Musende sasa mwanze add friend. Kuntai, I'm actually proud of you because Kuntai came out and he's a brand ambassador of vasectomy. As in, he stands for even men can do something when it comes to this contraceptive. Like, why is it only a woman who has to go through that? Remember, the side effects of these contraceptives, kuna nausea, kuna weight gain. You just want to be there comfortably, but you won't take care of whatever comes out of there. And you've gone dry fry. Chirandula that chick.
That's not personal responsibility. Entrance fee is a condom. Condom. As an entrance fee. As in, if you're not shagging me without a condom, hakuna story. As in, period. What do you think if you tell like you guys have chomoka to do digs at 3 in the morning to go buy rubber? Because the chica said no. Kwani, if you say no, that guy will die of ATO. Have you ever heard of someone dying of blue balls? Never.
But you guys make it look like that's what happens.
So then you fap the guy again, get passed out, lala. As we went up on Jagona CD, because at the end of the day, it's personal responsibility.
Yeah.
Because what I believe is when you guys are getting, when people are getting pregnant, when a lady decides to get pregnant and probably is an irresponsible man, then you come on social media to complain to the world that this guy is not fulfilling his responsibility. There's so many red flags. Initially, there's so many red flags. So it's personal responsibility. For the man also, he has to bear personal responsibility. I'm not an advocate for the courts. And you'll take someone to court, yes. And he is compelled to pay, let's say, like 100K, 200K. So I guess he'll be paying, let's say, like 10 Gs, and he doesn't pay the first payment, second payment, third payment, or you take him to court, so do you attach his salary, so do you what. So that it is in your right to do all that. I don't dispute. But at the end of the day, men should also bear responsibility.
Okay.
As in that guy, if you have 9 kiddos, sawa, useme mimi naweza afford 10 Gs. Your 10 Gs itakuwa shopping ya nyumba tuseme tu. Ama 5 Gs. As in, Let's be
2K
realistic.
per child. 2K per child.
Even 10 Gs per child. It's okay. But at the end of the day, what I say is, yo kidogo, it's what matters. Don't be at you're not doing anything. Kidogo too. But at the end of the day, the other say is personal responsibility. But as I even wrote earlier on, personal responsibility and women are like oil and water.
What?
Yeah. Yes. You, honestly speaking, you are this guy has 9 toes and you still go ham. As in, you still go
See,
raw.
maybe
As in,
now
like,
when he hooks up with you according to Nisi, he'll change.
as in, he
Like
made
now that's
9 he made 9 bad decisions before you. Like, seriously.
okay,
Kwanza,
bad
that chick,
decisions before.
that chick should be chapana na kiboko kwanza. Achapwe na party party.
Sasa ni fault yake. Which brings the topic of, okay, since from the men's perspective, and dudes, if whoever is watching, if you can just help us understand you, because you're all a special breed. You're with this person in a relationship for 5 years, you're in love, you're happy. This child gets, your wife, or let's say it's a coming stage, gets pregnant. And then, remember, you've been together, as in all loving, she knows your family, she gets knocked up. Immediately, the baby chomokas. What happens? Like, maybe you'll help many women out here stop making these bad decisions, as you claim. What happens? Like, I'm pregnant, month 1 to 9. I am pregnant. Then you hyper me. So of course and then you cut off links completely, block me, kila kitu. I tell you I'm knocked up. You don't want anything. In fact, no, you knew I'm knocked up, but you disappear after the baby's born. Yeah. What happens? What is wrong with this? Please tell us, mother of a son, so that my child can, and he will never, because hey, yeah. What happens? What goes through a man's mind? What is it?
Okay.
And don't tell me fear of I don't know what. You are with this person.
It's a reality check. It's a reset button to him. As in, how do I put it? Like when you've known you've done something bad and you don't feel like you want to be responsible for it, a decision as a Tui. Sebe umevunja glass nyumbani, then you actually go unahepa, you go spend the whole day, what. Then the realization hits you that I have to come home in the evening and face the music. So I think it's the fear, and I'm an advocate of, if like back in the days, when before you court a girl, start courting her, you cut her or whatever, your family members were sent in advance to further research about the chick.
Nate, 1 second. Oh, sorry, guys. Now is when I'm seeing your comments. There was an issue. Yes, Lina, sorry, we were late. I shall, after your point, Nate, I'll be calling out. Shout out Helen, Yasuba, Lina, Yasuba, Timeki Money, Rose Barrow, watching from Las Vegas, Cash Plug, watching from Scotland. We love you. Thank you. Kaya, I'll be reading your comments shortly, Nate. So you go.
So your folks used to send emissaries to find out about the family and all that, and vice versa. Even you, see, your folks are traditional. When Mojo was
very traditional,
and you guys had to do a background check. Kama kuna wezi, kama kuna deadbeats or whatever you women call them, kama kuna, as in, you find out the family history so that you can be able to make a conscious decision whether to give your daughter or not. But right now, we have cut out everything. It's you guys hook up in Nairobi, over there, Naivasha things, Masaku Sevens, yani, you're being hammered and now good one, yani. Hey, yani Kama Sutra started from page 1. So do 256 moves to make you scream. Then you guys believe that sex is actually what's keeping you together. So your folks don't Joanna, you don't know the background of the chick, you don't know the background of the dude. Then finally, you guys get a toy or you get pregnant, and the guy is like, "Fuck, I didn't sign up for this." Or the girl is like, "I didn't sign up for this." So she decides probably to terminate, or he decides to bounce. That's the thing. We have made personal choices which are not beneficial to us or to our children in the short term and in the long term. And if you go out there having sex, there's a very high possibility that one day you'll get pregnant for both men and women. And are you ready for that responsibility? That is the key question. So for me, it's if you want to have a baby with someone, do your background check. As in, go, folks, find out who they are, what they're doing, blah, blah, blah. Do your own research. Is she crazy? Is he crazy? Is he from a family of thugs? Is he from a family of corrupt individuals? As in, kuna zile jua those ones of like deep down, damu ni ile ile. Sasa mtoto unajua, there are those lineages even in Chads or even in Nairobi from his great grandfather. The guy was a cattle rustler, so he upgraded. Son neighbor magari. So yani you can't figure it out. Don't put yourself. Don't let sex or Nairobi confuse you, because at the end of the day, the responsibility will all boil down to you. Because at the end of the day, as I told you, the monopoly of bearing a child is on the woman. As in me, if I was a woman, I could get pregnant. Trust me, me at Shika, hey, me I don't want any drama. Me I'll just Shika my own story. Then I chill out. Now that's ati hakuna pesa ya ziwa, sijui hakuna pesa ya tissue, sijui nini, mtoto amevunjika makucha. No. Personal responsibility is the key thing.
So there should be no cases of, oops, I got pregnant with this day. I mean, come on. How many guys are from perfect families and are still messing up relations? Let me read one comment. Kaya Ranger says 50-50. I think she's talking about the personal responsibility or okay. Do we calculate unpaid labor of women? It is a current discussion globally. Example, more men researchers are submitting work than women ones. So, why? Because the women are busy with unpaid home labor. How's about that? Already being a woman, it's already what are we
unpaid home labor? Let me ask you, as in, hey, this one.
Yeah, Kaya, your case since yesterday. Can you answer that? Yes.
Unpaid labor.
Home labor. Yes.
Let me ask you a question.
Nate, you don't know what women go through when you're sitting home with you.
Let me ask you a question. If you are, is it a decision by both parties, or is it a decision by the husband? That's the first question. That the wife should stay at home. Is it a mutual understanding or a one-sided decision?
Let's just look at different scenarios. Sometimes men prefer.
It's a mutual understanding.
Insecurities of men.
If you're my wife and you are, and I tell you stay at home, imagine I'll give you chum. I'll give you my ATM card and be like, sawa, budget ya chakula ni this, panga hao kila kitu. If you want to go party, have drinks, whatever, here is the ATM. Be responsible.
Yeah.
Then there's the unfortunate situation whereby probably there was a layoff or something, and the woman has to stay at home. And the man can try to provide to his capability to ensure that she's okay. I can't pay you. I can provide if you want to go to salon, you want to have tubes, whatever. I can give you a stipend.
Yeah.
But even there are those men. So those men who are also staying at home because of taking care of their families, are they also going to get salaries or whatever? As in, it's at your discretion. If you want to be a professional or career woman, it's at your discretion. Go ahead, be a professional or career woman. If you do not want that, you want to be a stay-at-home wife, yes, be that. But also, sema chenye unataka. You want to get, okay, so me, I want to stay at home and I want to earn, give me like 20 ngwas for my own personal needs. It's okay. If I'm able to do that, I'll give you 20 Gs. If I'm unable, I'll be like Shika 10. Work around it. Yeah. Because even as guys, men do a lot of unpaid labor.
Like?
Where you think when Sijui Thugs is kujenga tonight over there?
Oh my God,
we'll chomoka there with a night dress.
Are you even comparing that to a woman taking care of kids? Nate,
yes, guys, we do a lot of unpaid labor. Women prefer clean houses. Men prefer a good-looking car. When was the last time you even stepped into a garage?
To do what? But that's labor.
Yeah, that's labor. It's unpaid labor.
There, I don't agree with you, Nate. But anyway, that's your opinion. And Nyasuba says, which chicks are we talking about here? I can't remember what the point was. I hope you're referring to all women. Maybe we just use a general terms as chicks. Nyasuba, sorry about that. Kaya still says contraceptive use is simply a discussion between both parties. I think yes and no, because sometimes I know many friends who've secretly used contraceptives without letting the man know. And I support Nate on that, because he said a chick can actually decide not to get pregnant. So this guy will not know. Or I know a situation where people have actually stopped using contraceptives, then they get knocked up and surprise. Lina says, Millie, your hookup game. Okay, apparently I hook up people and they never last in relationships. But I can count like two. I swear. Even me, I was hooked up. Angie Kyungu, thanks for my husband. Bilha, I see you, Bilha. Malaika, thanks for tuning in. Bilha is watching. Mapendi says, okay, Mapendi Zombo, umekata, I don't know, you can tell us, umekata nini? But what if he's at whiskey, but he can provide financially? Yes, Nate, that's what I was telling you. Even that bullshit you're saying, that if he can buy 3 bottles of whiskey, let him buy 1. No, if you're not providing, you don't deserve even to buy.
We have to sanitize our throats and our souls.
Pay bloody child upkeep and stop buying
whiskey for your boys. He has compromised.
Your boys are taking care of their kids.
He's taking 1. That's a compromise. So at least if it's like 15 kids, he's spending a night. Imagine you have like 10 guanyes in your pocket, and then those guys who are not even kulaying even like 1,000, even at a 10 bob, at a kubai ngumu ama KDF, the guys never bought the toy. So, mate, what I say is the little that someone even gets, I'm not saying just appreciate, because it could be nothing.
That's why Dina is saying here, Nate, you do not have feelings, you're a wooden bar at best. I don't know which ujinga this is.
The first 4 letters, WOOD, wood.
Yeah. Bunny says, bring him here. I have some Jamaican in-laws who will flip his attitude. Get in line. Let's get in line. Karen Kenya says, what do you men appreciate? Yeah, Nate. What do men like? You have a nice chick, a good woman. She cooks for you. She rides you like, from here to the high heavens, but you never get satisfied and you won't take care of your kids. I just think it's wrong. Even emotionally for this child, I feel bad where I actually feel for the child. And I'll go back to even someone else who called me yesterday. There's a school that it has figured at a point now when you're admitting your child, they address the issue of if you're here and you're not, and you're separated, if you're here with your partner and you're separated, don't bring your ujingas to the school, because now they're having problems of parents fighting amongst each other. So this kid is confused. The person who's paying fees, first they'll come for orientation and everything, but then now they start the squabbles of this guy is not paying, so he's not allowed to pick my child, or mi usinitumia hizo messages, tumia babake, tumia mamake, and it's emotionally just drains this child. I think it's totally unfair, and that's one of the things should be considered. What about the child? What would you advise? Like, what about the child, Nate?
For me, my heart, to be honest, in such a situation, my heart goes out to the child. And
now you have feelings.
I have feelings. Toys are innocent. Man, see, actually, this guy was over there, actually, he's in heaven, and he's dying over there in a kajab, just dancing, Then you just popped up over here to planet Earth. So what I believe is parents should decide whose roles, who caters for which role. That way, it's much simpler to hold someone accountable. And imagine some motherfuckers just need to grow up. That's just it. People need to grow up. You have a child, as in ukonam toto. So stop being like an idiot over there. You're going to fight your husband, the wife, what. Be a responsible parent. When you're opening legs and the guy was over there dishing and you are being dished. You're dishing him and he's dishing you. See, it was between you two people. Then all of a sudden now it's between the world that this person is not doing this, whatever. But don't embarrass your kids. Some people scar their children. As in, it's so messed up out there. As in, people just need to grow up and be responsible. That's just it.
Okay,
yeah, and
so
yesterday at TCG, what do men want? Ati a chick will ride you, love you, do all these things.
Cook for you because you guys, a woman is judged by what she can cook. If she can't cook, she's not wife material. Are you?
We'll take her to school. We'll take her to school to pick her.
Like that is what how you'll profile a woman. That determines who will be a wife and who will not. Look at Kanye West and Kim Kardashian and her sex tape. Happily married, 4 children. Come on, mate. That's nonsense. Maybe when she didn't even step to the kitchen. What the hell? So and then y'all are drooling.
You're advocating for sex tapes, or you're advocating for people not cooking?
No, I'm just saying, like, first, let's just stop that profiling of wife material. I don't even know what nonsense that is.
Funny. We have you men have your own standards for men.
But yours is just one basic one. One basic one, my child.
And you're going to go home and kula what?
Okay. So, that, I think now even there. Anyway, so I think let's just, first of all, you guys stop that nonsense. And
no, we're not stopping. Men have standards.
Karen Kenya said after entrance, all of a sudden you have feelings. Bernice asked Nate, do you have kids? Yes, Nate has kids. Nate, I don't know if you want answer that and how you treat them.
Yes,
how do you? Yes, okay, he has kids, Bernice. Nerea says it would be embarrassing seeing parents fight in front of teachers and the child. Yes, it's actually happening in school. There's even a story I saw today on Citizen where a father kidnapped his child.
But like, what is the root cause of that kidnapping? You know, for me, mine is a man just doesn't.
Woman...
a man just doesn't. No. You think that his commodity again just sits up, is like, you know what, F it, I'm gonna kidnap that child. I'm saying probably in the realm of possibilities.
Yeah.
This guy probably was being refused access to his or her child. And you're only good, because what I realize sometimes is that men are only men when they are able to provide. If you're a dude over there, you can be jobless for 3-10 years as a woman, but the day a man is jobless for like 6 months, hey, mwanaume ameanza kukaa kwa nyumba sana. Wanaume wengine wanaenda kufanya kazi huko nje. So probably, yes.
So
we what?
So you think a woman, let's say, like, especially like now during this COVID, people have been laid off, people have pay cuts, some people are not even sure, there's job insecurity. So you think a woman would be comfortable here thinking she's not going back to work because it's harder for a man than for a woman who has children? She knows she still has to provide
for this. Comfortable for both genders. That's the thing.
Okay, say that. I was just correcting that because there's something else you say.
What is being pushed out there is a man is only a man if he's able to provide. A man, because now that guy probably, I'm just saying in the realm of possibility, I don't know his mindset. I'm just simply saying that he probably was refused access to his child. He's doing the school fees, he's paying the rent, he's paying everything. Then that child is still being used as a weapon against you. I don't know the specifics. I'm just saying maybe.
No, I will agree. Sometimes women use kids to, not. I mean, I've seen that.
And that's why I say it's like people are heartless. We have stopped being empathetic. Kids are being used as a weapon. Money is being used as a weapon. And as even one person, there's a lady online. I follow her. She's called Jerry, and she had a similar thing, and it was heart-wrenching to see that some women wrote that men were using financial access as a weapon against their baby mamas. In terms of, if you do not sleep with me, that is that guy is an a-hole in my books, because that's not right.
Okay.
If just Patiana Pesa, if she wants to go blow that money, she blows that money. Keep receipts. Keep receipts. Ukinulia mtoto hata kama ni toothpick, eka. If you do whatever, eka. If you do whatever, eka. Because at the end of the day, you cannot. People need to be responsible. That is my key message. Both parties need to be responsible. You can't just push one individual to the wall and expect them to come out saying, like Dennis Ndavi and his baby mama. I don't know the specifics, but it's like she's been
not,
pushed to
by the time she's going, yeah, she's been pushed to the wall. I hope you
she's
agree with
like
that. I totally applaud her.
Yeah.
I totally applaud her for calling him out. I totally applaud any woman who goes on social media to call out their baby daddy. Because
the fact is, first of all, what I believe is that those guys, when they had sex, they did not put it on live, as in, I guess, smashing or whatever. It was a personal choice. They had sex. They
let me pick something.
They shared a baby. They had as in, it was a personal decision. Then right now you're like, oh snap, I messed up, and this guy is unable to do this. So you come and nick him. That makes sense. As in, it's your personal responsibility. Yes, you'll come to social media.
And if I can go to social media and call out a con like Nyasuba today, call out a con and got back her goods. If you can call out a con, man, you're a food man. And there was a product after bishing me, there's a product. I'll call you out. I do not blame him. Yeah, especially you don't grab me where and call out a con. You're a thief, you're a con.
Entrance fee, I told you in the beginning, entrance fee is protection. If he's not wearing a condom, if he pulls that motherfucker out during coitus, tell the guy to slap it back on.
Okay, so alafu sasa goes the instance where Lina says, why do men pay upkeep for some of their kids and not all? Mtoto alifanya makosa gani? That is what beats me. That's why I say men who take care of other people's children or will have kids. Someone, let's say my husband has my son, me, I have Akim with Mojo, and then he gets married to another woman. They have 2 children. God forbid, I will call all, my shags near Rongo. Hey, let him not try. We're near Kisi. We'll koroga for him things. Anyway, so he goes, gets maybe another chick. They have 2 kids. And then now he dismisses Akim kabisa. What has my son done wrong? What is it? Don't you think also men do that? They use that emotional. It's basically emotional abuse. You're punishing me, but through my kid.
As I say, it's a weapon. That's just the thing. That's just it. And for me, mine is the moment women accept that some men are actually like that, the conversation will be different, because now you'll be able to try and see, I'll limit my interactions with him, I'll limit my access with him, you limit your access with the child with him, as in everything is strictly on a timetable and supervised. Because if that guy is not paying for your child and he has ignored your child or whatever, and he may not want, or he may want a connection with your child, it's up to you to decide what to do or what not to do. If he's not paying, usisumbuane, he'll never pay. Then there'll be that you are those goods, Yani,
he'll never pay. Then when my son is the president, you come back.
Yeah.
When my son is the president of Republic of Kenya. So I just let go. So that's what you advise women.
No, as in you lenga him. Put him on blast. Ignore. Go to whatever. Go to what do you call it? Sharia house. Department of Births and Deaths. Wake up on XXX. Now you move on with life. Period.
Yeah.
Why are you forcing someone on? As why are you forcing?
Lina says that's BS. Men should take care of all their kids regardless. BTS says, yeah, mimi nitaongeza volume na ya Wakamba Adero Mojo B1. Yeah, Mojo, I hope you're watching. I have backup. So comes to the issue of abortion. Just something that I think is still related to this. Would you blame a woman for going through an abortion because she has met an asshole like Nate? Anyway, sorry. Anyway,
I'm a
So
good
she
guy.
has
I'm a
met.
good guy.
Okay, no, she's done all her background check, but this guy, yeah, abortion. Someone actually called yesterday again. We had a discussion, and they're like, "Yeah, women should not. In fact, they think abortion should be legal in Kenya." I have my own views about that. Again, it's a different topic, but it still comes with a child. You know, do you advocate for that? For a woman going for abort? And there's a guy who was actually saying, if I give you money to go and abort, and you don't, when that child is born, don't ask me for money. That
Yes.
is what? Like for real.
Let me ask you one question. I even wrote it. I even wrote it. Let me just look for it online. I asked guys, why is
Okay.
it
Wololo.
that a man may, now, I'm just paraphrasing, when a woman decides to terminate the pregnancy, it's her response, as in it's her choice. She's like, yeah, it's me. But if a guy decides that I don't want to be responsible for this, he's being admonished. But for a chick, it's being praised. As in, there's double standards.
Wait, just repeat that. That a woman is allowed to go
When a, when a woman decides she does not want to have a
to
child
have a child.
and she
Yeah.
terminates the pregnancy, guys are
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, she did not want that responsibility, so it's okay. It's a personal choice.
Mm-hmm.
But when
Mm-hmm.
men decide that the woman has made that decision of she's gonna bear that child, you do not want any part of it. You've made it actually clear that you don't want any responsibility because you may not have wanted the baby in the first place and it happened. He's being admonished. As in it's every as I said, it's there's like a sort of double standards there.
Okay. So you
Mm.
agree? If you give me money to go procure an abortion, and I don't, I shouldn't call you to take care of this child.
I believe you do what your conscience should tell you
Okay.
and
But
balance
but
it
if I
out.
if I ever came to you and said, give me, like, now take care of this child, I decided to keep it, you will have a say in terms of, I already told you I don't want it, so you take care of this kid.
Um, that's a tricky one. For me, what I'd say is no, I gave you and you refused. And what happens next is a personal choice for the man and for the
Mhm.
woman. Do you want the man to be in your child's life without any responsibility? Or do you want to raise the child as yours?
Okay.
That's your choice. It's a choice. Everything
So
all
yeah.
boils down to responsibility and choice, because you cannot make a decision for someone and accept and expect them to go with the flow. They might have
Okay.
their own personal prejudices and some other factors affecting what they believe in, and they may not accept the responsibility. So it is a
Mhm.
personal decision if you want that person in your life or if you do not want them.
And am I allowed to accept to have this child and take you to court when you're not going to provide for this child because you're the father of this kid? Life begins at conception.
Then it's not, if that is your personal choice,
I can't
then
take you to court.
no, you can. It's your personal choice. That's
Okay.
your choice. But no, it'll
And
be
would you
up
pay
to
for
him.
child support? Would you
It
pay
will
for
be up
child
to him
support?
to decide if he wants to pay the child support or not. Because in as much as the law will compel you, na mtu
Mm-hmm.
aseme hatafanya, you cannot force them. I know guys
Okay.
who have been forced or compelled
Mm-hmm.
by courts to actually provide, as in your salary is attached. And these
Yeah.
guys are like, you know what? To hell with this. Let me go hustle. Some of them are very successful. Some of them have failed. So for
Yeah.
me, it's more or less pick your battle. Do you want to
Mm-hmm.
be taken to court and pay up, or do you want to just give, or will you just ignore? Everything boils down to choice and responsibility. In as much you cannot legislate someone's choice,
Okay.
especially when they're, let's say, personally going to be held accountable. You cannot legislate it. Because at the end of the day, if I decide not to pay it, I'll be taken to court. I'll be jailed. Because even in America, there's this law in Michigan, so you father by default. And you can get pregnant, a random chick can get pregnant and be like, you know what? Nate is the father. And by law, I have to take care of that child. There are very many instances, I'm speaking about the West. There are very many instances where men have been unable to pay child support and they're actually jailed for it. And as I say, the law is more beneficial to the lady, to the woman, than to the man. And even it has been proven that men are more than twice likely to pay child support to their ex-partner as compared to women. Women will never pay and be like, oh, I'm broke. Oh, I don't have money. Oh, sijui nini, sijalipam shahara. Oh, my weave. Oh, sijui what. And they're like, oh, yeah, she didn't have money.
Just weave. But it's your responsibility. You're the provider.
No, see, yeah, but you know, it all boils down to the man's responsibility is only felt on the financial aspect. That's just it.
Really?
Because some people actually have kids. Some people actually have kids because of the money. That's a fact. We all know. Hata kama mutapiga makelele, some chicks actually get pregnant because of the money. We know them. We know. Na hapo mtu anatupanishwa hapa, mnaenda kotini, the guy bribes all the judges, anachukua mtoto na wao unabaki huko nje. What do you do?
Let me read some of the comments. Acheng Pacho, thanks for watching, Boo. Those excuses being given hapo are so shallow. Can men just man up and care for what they said without dragging their feuds and bitterness on an innocent life? I hope you're taking notes. Kaya is on your case. Mara, put him on blast. Mara, don't go on socials because you are kulanang in private. This dude hana msimamo. Nate, I hope you have your shock absorbers. Tisha, I see you, but thank you for doing my eyebrows and beating my face. Tisha does makeup in a cool baby. I see you. Nyasuba is really laughing at your nonsense, Nate, because some of the things are nonsense. And I'm here as my mind for the chicks, yes. I had already said that's my msimamo. But I know also, for chicks, I'll only call out on the part where taking advantage of, financial gain. You want to go and live in Runda 300 Gs per month, yet you wouldn't even have afforded that lifestyle. You can't afford that lifestyle on your own. So that one I will. But my general view, Nate, is that I think men really need to step up to the plate. As in, many women are being left malite and taking care of kids. It's so hard. This child, even when you're saying financially, I know many women who just prefer that father being in the child's life. As in, she's like, Omse has refused to pay, but just come and see this child. So that when this child turns 18, they will never blame their mother that you refused for me to bond with my dad or to see my dad. Yeah? So I still think it's a bigger role that needs to be played by dudes. Dudes need to step up.
No, we haven't refused. We haven't refused. But I've always said, dudes must step up. Kama mtoto ni wako, step up. Do DNA. If you're unsure, go do DNA. Period. You cannot, but women don't get offended because I know you're going to get offended by the next statement. If your chick is the next Janet Walker over here, she has perambulated all across Nairobi. She has crossed with the dudes from Karen all the way to Nairobi South, Nairobi West, then she gets pregnant. Then there's just that one sucker who will be told this toy is yours. And that guy will be like, oh my God, I'm happy to have my child. Oh, he starts crying. He's like, oh, baby. Then later on, because I know dudes who are actually raising kids who are not theirs. Then after 18 years, like, yo, bitch, that toy is not yours. At that time, like, wow.
You shoot blanks.
You shoot blanks, yeah, they do. Because even there's another story. I don't know how true it is. Actually, there's this story of there's something I was told a while back. There's this guy who's dating a lady, and he had a vasectomy, but he didn't. He's white, and he didn't tell the lady. The lady is Kenyan. He didn't tell the lady that he had a vasectomy, so you get the freak on, and boom, the lady gets pregnant.
Yeah.
Then boom, the toy is born. Akisiko by mtoto alikuwa Mwafrika, yani tititi, yani those ones are Isabiro, yani beyond.
My melanin, my melanin.
Melanie, I think that toy was just so African. It'll be like, yeah, United OAU over there. OAU, that's so. So this guy is white. The toy is a black toy. Then the guy is like, hey, mina penda ude. What's that? Nikazane. And the chick is like, yeah, this toy is yours. As it may have strong genes in my family. So the guy loves the baby, takes care of her, blah blah blah, builds a family at home. Then the chick makes sure the guy is invested in Kenya, and she decides to start threatening the guy, and she ensures that all the property falls to her and everything else. The guy's left stranded. The guy flies out, and it's just a whole psychotic story to it. And my point is, yes, some of you might think my opinions are shallow. It's okay.
And shit.
It's okay. My opinion will be shallow and shit, which is good, but at least made you think deeper. But at the end of the day, it's a responsibility. If a guy decides to have a child with you, he may, as in the same way that you decide if a father should see their child or not, it's the same responsibility as a man. As in, he will decide either to be responsible for that child or not. You cannot force it. That's just the thing. You will take that guy to social media. Unakumbuka this guy Sunkuli, Baba Dennis, yes, Baba Dennis.
Baba Dennis. Yeah.
The first guy to be mulikwa on national TV. That's not just the too. As in, I guess you're given a job, you're given everything, but life goes on.
Yeah.
Provide for your child.
I see Angela Okinda. Thanks for watching, babe. I pray for financial independence for women in this situation. Amen. So that your child doesn't lack regardless of the caliber of the man the father is. Can we really debate that it's a duty to provide for your child? I think not, actually. And it's just, yeah, for a mother, she would, okay, let me not sound biased, but mama haezi acha mtoto alale njaa. In as much as she'll say she didn't have she will even go langa in the streets, Koinange streets. I stopped judging langas. I used to judge. I stopped because this woman just wants food on the table for her kids. Tina Okuku says, Adero, chicks too need to step up. Many chicks get pregnant, have the baby, and then dump the toy and she disappears, planning to return when the toy is grown. I understand that totally. I can also blame it on like postpartum depression. Anyway, maybe I'm taking sides, but
those guys have postpartum depression.
No, it's for real.
PTSD.
Wait, I had PTSD.
I know you had postpartum. I know.
Yeah.
But I'm saying also, man, I think they should, honestly, people should actually do a study and fund to find out why guys leave their women. Because
but the women always blamed. She didn't wash her underwear, she smells. My friends came, my boys came, and imagine she was just staring. She went to the room, she couldn't cook. I've had some bullshit reasons from men of why they've left their children, and then you go and marry her best friend. Shut up, Nate. Please. Okay.
Take care
of your child, whether you have beef with your baby mama, take care of your child. Period. That's it. The child is innocent. No excuses here. And I am winding down because we only have like 3 minutes. Nate, one question for you. Do you think it's okay for couples to stay together just for the sake of the kid?
No.
Would you do that?
No.
And why?
It will damage the child more.
Rico Fundamental, I see you. Thank you, Rico. We got stuck, Jana, when we were trying to do this trial. Yeah, Rico was our savior. Big shout out to you, Rico. Tina says nothing like postpartum, but Tina, postpartum depression is real. It is real. I almost strangled my son. It is real. So I know what it is. So Nate, do you advise couples to stay together for the sake of the kids? I know some people who stay together just for the sake of the kids and they do their own thing and they never bring their drama in front of the kids. And for the women or mothers here, women, I was told women is a bad word to use. Ladies. For the ladies out here, would you stay with a man just for the sake of your children? but you have your car Ben 10 on the side. Nate, would you stay with a woman? Well, we have needs. Would you stay with a woman? I mean, would you stay with a lady? Would you stay with a partner? You guys don't meet eye to eye, but then for the sake of the child.
No.
Because you had the advantage and you, I mean, you grew up with both folks. So would you do it because your child needs both of you? And why not?
Do I love her? If I don't love you, why should I stay with you? As in, seriously. So you're over there, Siju, your father is chomoking Siju at 6 in the evening. He's kujang over there smelling of raw sex and perfume and bad decisions every other night. No.
You wouldn't? Nyasuba says, hell no. Bernice says, what the heck is a Ben 10? Bernice, a Ben 10 is a boy who's basically someone younger than you. Like, if I get a side dude, but who's younger, like 10 years younger or something, but can really hammer you properly the whole night. All the styles. You feel all your muscles where even you didn't know they exist.
Even us, we have side chicks who hammer us all the
time. Yasuba has explained this younger man who cleans the pipes. Bruh! Yes,
Yasuba,
I wouldn't
God is watching you. Yasuba, God is watching you.
Yasuba, you speaking from experience.
That's like for real. Children.
If you're speaking from experience, we won't ask that question. But yes, Nate, you wouldn't? Yes, like a sugar mommy. But sugar mommy, we are told we've pulled mileage. So now a younger. Okay, yeah. So Nate, you wouldn't stay with someone for the sake of the kid? Helen, I see you.
I wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't. Okay. You think it damages this child?
Yes.
Okay. And my second last question, I think. Okay, do you believe in a woman? I don't know if I asked you this. Setting up men. Do you think that bullshit really exists? Like a guy has been set up?
1,000,000%. Trust me. The thing that someone wrote, I think, is it Kaya? Kaya wrote that there's a contraceptive trials for a male contraceptive which is being given at which is being done at KNH. I totally support it. And one thing's for sure, this guy should put it in whiskey and beer. Trust me, men, we will take that contraceptive overdose. Yani, you'll be shooting blanks, Yani. Hey, by the time that chick Chamaka's over there, it's a clean shit, 0-0.
But that's a good, like if they put it in whiskey and beer, it'll work.
Kabisa, 1,000%. I mean, just tell us, have this, it will stimulate your sexual organs. Woo, trust me. It will be chikulewa daily. As in, you just have to, that's how you market it.
Okay. Edu, I see you, Mairura. Thanks for logging in. You're following? Yes, please. If your children are still on your knees, Edu, take note. Apparently, women are trapping men, according to Nate. Nyasuba says, I'm not about to be tortured.
Millions of other men out there.
Atiyo?
Women trap men, according to me, and billions of other men out there.
Okay. Nyasuba says, I'm not about to be tortured because I want my child to have mom and dad under one roof. That's rubbish. I also think I wouldn't do it. But yeah, anyway, guys, I need my sanity. Please, if you're here watching, male, female, leave your comments to the men if you feel like there's something they need to know. Bernice, can we please meet your wife or baby mama?
Who?
Can she meet your baby mama or your wife?
For what?
Would you want her? Is she watching?
I don't know if she's watching. I blocked her.
Oh God!
No more drama in my life.
So okay, you blocked her. Okay. Like, okay, fine. Someone will still share this. Those are your views. Oh yeah, these are our views. But yeah, for the ladies, leave a comment to anyone you think is deadbeat, because we'll be creating another topic from there. Yes, I'm getting to the men.
The word deadbeat. We're tired of the men being called deadbeat.
So what should men be called? Like if you're not taking care of your child. Absentee father.
Absentee father.
Okay.
Yeah. More
All
politically
right.
correct.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Sorry, we have to go. There was still much to talk about. Ken Wango, my brother, thanks for your support. I see you. Guys, thanks. This was our first live. We were prepared-ish, but next time it will be bigger, it will be better. If you want us to talk about something that you think should be discussed during this COVID time, oh yeah, Claudia, I see you. Binti Mfalme, I see you. Boo, thank you. Banis face. Yeah. Bintia says she was to meet Nate's baby mama and wife. Nate, your dad you've been brought here.
Let me tell you. Hey, 2020.
Yeah.
Apa, I'll post at his notes. The way guys say, at dudes will, if you post your wives, dudes will cross with their wives, do what. Hey, squeezy over there, it's a jungle. Chicks can cross with their wives also. So for me,
That's why you don't post your wife.
me, I'm
Does
just
she
happy.
accept to these views of yours?
Yes.
She does.
She hates some of my views. She dislikes them.
Okay,
But
but she's
she
content.
respects, just the same way I respect her views on some things, she respects my views on some things. She's a very lovely woman. For me, all I can say is, as much
Okay, tutavaa mask.
as much as my
Mask.
mama might be a bitch,
Ati what?
but in as much as my baby mama might be a bitch,
Let me sip
I
some.
tend, no, listen, guys, you listen. In as much as she may be a bitch, in my opinion, in what she has done to me, I'm still grateful that I have a very beautiful daughter and a very beautiful son with her. And I cannot change that. All I can do is ensure that I'm the best father I can be to my children. And yeah, for me, it's a personal choice in what I've done with my life. And yes, Bernice, yes, I did call her that. Trust me, Nicholas. We both have our
Hey, you
own.
guys, I need some more.
We both have our own scars, and
Liko,
there's a very
Liko.
good reason why I called her that. But for me, I'm grateful to her that I have a daughter. That's the thing. I have a blessing in my life. She's a very beautiful daughter, and she's nice to her, and she treats my child well.
Okay,
Yeah.
but yeah, but then you just call. Okay, I don't think bitch would be a kind word. Just the way you want people to be called dead bitch. Without her, your child would not be in existence, baby. Like your child would not be where she's. You're doing the 20% of going to see the child. I'm assuming, yeah, she stays with this child every day. So I think that was a bit harsh. Don't you think?
No, it is harsh because, as I say, I can never. You do not know my personal
That means
experience. It's my personal experience,
okay.
and we have both done things to each other. We are both healing, and there's some things which may have and may not have been done. So that's how I felt, and
Okay.
as I said, I'm grateful that I have a child. I have a beautiful child. That's just it.
Yes,
But I do know, and even my wife knows the torment that we have undergone.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So I just had to look for some tequila to have a sip for the last comment. Thanks for watching, guys. Nate had explained himself. Yeah, it was a bit, yeah. But then your last, what is it called? What do they call it? I'm not a TV host.
Parting shot.
Final. Oh yes.
The parting shot.
Yeah,
Entrance fee in
parting shot.
condo. Entrance
Na
fee is
kama
in condo.
inapasuka na ikipasuka.
Ikipasuka, slap another one on it. And parting shot
To the men,
is
to the women, to the ladies, to the men.
be responsible with your sexuality, with your loins, because it's not fair for both yourself and the child if you bear a baby with someone who is irresponsible.
Okay, that's to both. That's to both the ladies and the men.
Yes.
Okay, Linda, I see you, Buhe. That we have to leave now to call time. Nyasuba anasema kwa I see. I saw. Um, what's Hey, am I tipsy? Kat, yes, I saw you, Boo. Congratulations on your beautiful daughter, and thank you so much for the good comments. Helen, my sweet relative, thank you so much. Thanks, guys. It was great. We'll improve. Please, we are open to any comments, whether good or bad. We are here to improve. We are here to grow bigger, to grow better, and it's only because of you guys. So thank you. Yes, Bernice, Bernice. Bernice is in America. She's like, "Who you calling a bitch?" Hello, I can even see her doing this. So Nate, you can add Bernice as a friend. You guys have that discussion. And no, I don't advocate for Nate calling his like using those words, like yeah, but we don't have filters here, but those are his personal views. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. Remember, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, at Oink, my personal handle, Adero Ocholler. Please keep it locked, keep safe, keep sanitizing, use a condom. That's what Nate said. Condoms are boring. Anyway, just yeah, just pull out game strong, cocky, pull out. Make sure you don't get a muscle pull in the process. Love you guys. Take care. Bless. Mwah. Enjoy Friday. Enjoy your drink. Thank you, Nate. You've been awesome. Thank you for keeping it real and just saying it as it is. Yeah. Bye, guys. Mwah, 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 mwah. We out.